favorite creators, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, but specifically YouTube, your favorite creators on here, whether it's Mr. Beast, Emma Chamberlain, DDG, Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, they all have one thing in common that was able to get them to where they are now. And that one thing is obsession. And you can genuinely see this when you watch their interviews, or you just watch old videos that they posted, or you just look at how consistently they upload and how they show up. You can see how obsessed they truly are. And I'm not talking about being obsessed with money, or being obsessed with subscribers, or being obsessed with just growth in general on these platforms, but a lot of them, you can tell that they are so obsessed with the process. They all have that one thing in common when it comes to social media and being a content creator and an influencer. And a lot of Mr. Beast's interviews, he always says that if you want to be great and ultimately grow on YouTube, you have to become obsessed. And I truly believe that that's with anything. If you want to make massive changes in your physical appearance or make a whole lot of money, you have to become super obsessed with whatever it is, and obsessed with the process, because that's what's ultimately going to get you there. I'm going to show you and share with you why obsession is your biggest asset, your biggest weapon when it comes to growing your YouTube channel, and how you can use it to do that. We've all heard that you have to be consistent, that you have to stay true to yourself, you have to upload every day, you have to make sure that you're doing research. But people don't really talk about how you have to make sure that you are obsessed with the process, and that's what we're going to do a deep dive into. And that's what's going to ultimately transform your YouTube journey. Once you become obsessed and you are really locked in, you're forced to lock in once you become obsessed. Like, you're forced to upload every day. You're forced to do research. You're forced to really figure out what the hell is going on, why you're not growing, and why you're going to start growing. Obsession beats talent. Every single time. The person who is obsessed and talentless is a lot more powerful than a person who is talented and not obsessed. The first thing that you need to become obsessed with is mastering the craft. Become obsessed with creating the best videos possible. I'm going to continue to talk about Mr. Beast because he is the perfect example of somebody who became obsessed with trying to make the best possible video. Even in the beginning, when he didn't have a whole lot of money, when he didn't have a whole lot of resources, you can still tell that the obsession was there. Every single day that he woke up, he was trying to obsess over how many videos he could make and get out there. Also, DDG, I'm going to insert the clip of him talking about how he was uploading 2-3 times a day, back to back to back to back. You truly can tell that. And he's also said this, like, Mr. Beast spent time obsessing over his analytics, obsessing over thumbnails, titles, every single detail in every part of the video. His obsession was not luck, is not what made him lucky. Becoming obsessed with creating your videos is going to be your strategy. It's going to help you create a strategy that once you find out what works for your channel, that's what you're going to continue to do over and over and over again. And he's the perfect example of that. To grow your channel, become obsessed with why people are clicking off of your video. You can see that by clicking on your analytics. Become obsessed with what thumbnails are working best, your click-through rate, which videos have the best click-through rate, and why do you think people chose to click on that video. Become obsessed with how you can improve storytelling. Ultimately, being on this app and creating videos, you are telling a story. You have to figure out how to tell a story so engaging to the point where people have to sit and watch your video the entire way through. Those are the things that you need to become obsessed with to grow your channel. Treat every single video as a chance to experiment with something new and figure out what works for you as an individual creator. Every upload should be a chance for you to experiment and learn. Your next obsession, and the girl who we love most, especially the girls on this app, if you're a guy and you don't know who this is, the perfect example I can use is probably, I would say, Kai Cenat probably. He and Emma Chamberlain both tried to make videos for their viewer, and they both tried their best to understand the viewer and what the viewer wants. They are not trying to be perfect. Like, I do think that once you stop trying to be perfect and you stop trying to show up as this perfect pretty picture and you show up as your raw and your authentic self, you will start to see growth, and people will start to feel that. People are so intuitive, and they can feel when someone is not showing up as their self and they're not being their self, and if they don't connect with that, it's hard to connect with somebody who's not even connected to themselves in a way to where they feel like they can show up for themselves. So become obsessed with trying to understand your viewer and figure out what they want from you, and genuinely just trying to serve their needs. Like, that's what you're doing when you're on this platform. And every time you click on an Emma Chamberlain video, she's literally on her bed just talking to you, or wherever she is. She's just talking to you. She's talking about her life, and you truly can feel like you're connected to her. And it gets to a point where you start to feel like these people are your friends in real life, because you feel so connected to their videos and the way they're showing up on camera. Emma Chamberlain has genuinely built a fan base that goes way beyond YouTube, because she figured out how to genuinely connect with her viewers to the point to where they feel like family. The takeaway that I want you to have is that your audience don't just want videos. They want to feel connected to you. They want to feel like you're a real person. So really figure out how you can show up as a real and authentic person and connect to your videos by looking at your comments, asking for feedback, genuinely asking, what video do you guys want to see next from me? Your audience will tell you, your viewers will tell you what they want to see from you. You need to get in the habit of trying to create videos that feel personal to people. Like, make yourself personable. Obsess over empowering your viewers by making them feel seen and making them feel heard and making them feel like they're not the only person on this earth that is going through whatever they're going through, or feeling the way that they're feeling right now. And whatever era of life you're in, there's 100,000 other people that are currently in that era. So you can show up on this platform and connect with at least 100,000 people and make them feel seen and make them feel heard and make them feel like they're not crazy and they're not the only ones going through it. And that's such a great feeling. The next part of the journey on YouTube that you have to become obsessed with is the obsession with consistency and repetition, and being able to really sit with yourself and tell yourself, we are going to keep repeating the same process. We are going to keep being consistent, and we are going to keep trying to figure it out. Marques Brownlee is the perfect example of someone who was able to be consistent and continue to lock in on that repetition portion of growing a YouTube channel. He has stated that the more videos you make, the better you get. You just have to keep creating, which is why a lot of the times quantity trumps quality, especially in the beginning, because as you get familiar with creating videos, you're automatically going to get better. By just showing up daily, you're going to start figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. So continue to make those videos. Continue to be consistent. With every small video, if you go back to Marques' videos, you can see that he got better with his editing. He got better with production, and that's what happens when you continue to show up and you put in so many videos. Even just the small details like subtitles or whatever it is, it starts to get better, and it's in the small things that will keep your viewers engaged and on your video for a longer amount of time, which should be the goal. The takeaway that I want you to have is that consistency is not going to be this glamorous thing. Continue to show up and make sure that every video gets better. It's in that whole process of every single video getting better in the little things, to where you'll start to see growth in your channel. Be obsessed with showing up and improving and making better videos. Becoming obsessed is what's going to take you from just being an average content creator to being one of the ones that I'm talking about in this video, and being the ones who are growing on this channel, who are growing on this platform and making a change and making a difference and impacting people in just so many different ways. When you become obsessed, you become a part of that small percentage that ends up actually reaching their goals. It's because they were obsessed with the whole process. Anybody who has gotten somewhere or reached any kind of goal that they had, trust me when I say this, they were obsessed with it. You have to be. You literally have to be. In order to win on YouTube, you have to be obsessed with just YouTube in general, and spend a lot of hours on this platform and on your videos and just doing your research and taking a deep dive into every single part of it. Once you get to that place, you're gonna see. You will see the growth. You will start to win. I want to know in the comments, what is one thing that I mentioned in this video that you will start to obsess over today, that you're going to take time out to become obsessed over, whether it's your analytics, whether it's the quality, whether it's your research. Which part of creating your video and uploading are you going to become obsessed over? You need to go all in with your channel, and remember that obsession is not a flaw. That's what's going to get you to being one of the greats. Of course, and like always, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.